Hi friends, welcome to Sabbath School Daily, where we've been studying from this lesson, 3 Cosmic Messages, and this week we've been studying from lesson number 3, which has the title, The Everlasting Gospel. Today is Final Thought Friday, where we come together to sum up, to end our week with one final thought. I'd like to read to you a quote that appears here in the lesson. It's Friday's lesson, and it comes from the Great Controversy, page 612. This is what it says. Servants of God, with their faces lighted up and shining with holy consecration, will hasten from place to proclaim the message from heaven. By thousands of voices all over the earth, the warning will be given. Miracles will be wrought, the sick will be healed, and signs and wonders will follow the believers. Satan also works, with lying wonders, even bringing down fire from heaven in the sight of men. Thus the inhabitants of the earth will be brought to take their stand. Friends, something that I said yesterday really fits into this description. We see today lines being drawn, right? We see that over the decisions or by decisions that we make, by places that we go, conversations that we have, books that we read, songs that we listen to, by the things that we contemplate, we are taking a stand. We are making our choices. On one side, you have the true Godhead. You have the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, each one with their own job, their own work of judgment, of atonement, of intercession. On the other hand, you have the counterfeit Godhead. You have the dragon. You have the beast that emerges from the waters and the beast that emerges from the land. And at the very center of this whole controversy, you find worship, right? Worship is defined by the attribution of value. Where do you attribute your value? Whom do you worship? How do you worship? You find really the convergence of this in the first 4 commandments of the Bible that have all to do with our relationship with God. And we also see that these are the 4 commandments that are being so heavily attacked. Who we worship, how we neglect worship or blaspheme, right? When we misrepresent God. And finally, the day of rest, our obedience to God by resting on the day that He commanded us to rest and to celebrate a relationship with Him. So by the decisions that we make, we are siding, we are standing on one side or on another. I hope that through this week's lesson, you were able to see that in every way, we are meant to proclaim the everlasting gospel, to understand it as an everlasting gospel that goes from past, present, and invades the future. And that this is meant to be shared, right? It's an everlasting gospel that is meant to be shared. I think that to close the week, really, I'd like to read our memory verse, Revelation 14:6, once again, that says, "Then I saw another angel flying in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach to those who dwell on earth, to every nation, tribe, tongue, and people." Friends, you know that the word, the biblical word, the Greek word angel, it's the Greek word angelos, and it means messenger. In the end times, there will be messengers, hundreds, thousands, millions of messengers going out into the world to proclaim this last message to a dying world. God is inviting you to take part in that proclamation. My desire, my prayer is that you will open your heart and take it, accept that conviction, preach, teach, demonstrate to your friends, to your neighbors, to your family. And if you feel the conviction, become a full-time missionary. You can do that in your day-to-day. You can do that by going overseas, and you can do that by staying right where you are. But live that lifestyle. Become a missionary, become an evangelist, become a proclaimer, an angelos of the everlasting gospel. I hope the Lord blesses you. I hope to see you again here tomorrow for another study of next week's lesson. Don't forget to study your lesson. Fill out the questions, look up the Bible verses, and I'm sure that the Lord will bless you. See you tomorrow.